Hello everyone, welcome back to Third Age Total War. We're looking at a new battle that is about to occur very soon. Do not forget to leave a like and comment down below if you would like to see more tomorrow, and a major shout out to all of my patrons. $1 a month goes a long way. And now we're looking at Gondor the Fearless. I've brought him from over here in the western end of Gondor. I was told that there would be some manner of Corsair invasion. Well, you were right. We've got Mahmud over here with many Corsairs here coming to fight me. These guys here look very strong. Wow, 20 freaking total defense. That's going to be a challenge to beat, but I think we can beat them. I'm not sure what the cost will be, but I do have soldiers over here. I don't know how often the Corsairs invade, but it does look like I'll need to probably go after them all the time. His own plan, while Gandalf remained with them, had been to go with Boromir, and with his sword help to deliver Gondor. Okay, we're back in deployment. Sometimes the default formation is just fine. I don't always need to change it up. Though, these pikemen have got to be grouped up. Okay, I've got my Black Reed Vale archers who are quite good. Now, I wanted to focus on the eastern front, but I have to also deal with issues in the west. I mean, I do understand why they have those. That way you can't just like keep this land safely without having to worry. Especially because you've got Dol Amroth. But they did disembark and sneak into my lands via that event. Dol Amroth is doing a great job at holding off my enemies to the south. I wonder if they can sustain that on their own. If they're able to do so, I'm in a much better position to get a lot more done. I plan on waiting out however long I need to take Minas Morgul. If I take Minas Morgul, it's going to tick off Mordor. Sure, they might even send in a few new armies, and I will lose many men. I don't know how many soldiers will come at me, but I have a feeling it's going to be a lot. I'll probably even have to fight a few Nazgul as well. You know, ring wraiths. And I'm not looking forward to that. But here we go now. We've got Gondor the Fearless, who's getting ready for a pretty major fight. He's going to go after quite a few enemies over here on this front. It won't be easy, and I don't think it's going to be a delightful fight. But we do have Black Reed Vale archers, and I'm going to use them. And my pikemen should do a pretty good job. I do lose quite a few pikemen whenever we fight, but they seem to be rather effective at taking down such a obscene amount of soldiers. So it's a really great thing. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit while we fight their archers. We've got quite a few to take down, but we can take them down. That won't be too much of an issue, I don't believe. We'll just keep on shooting and shooting and shooting. And my Black Reed Vale archers should be able to kill many more of theirs than they can kill of mine. That's really the biggest goal, is to try to get that done. Just to try to kill as many of them as we can and then move on. That's all that we can do for right now. They're beginning to charge in, so I'm going to slow down the game a bit. I'm going to send in my Gondor militia to help reinforce and flank. I like to have them reinforce my pikemen, especially in Medieval 2. It seems to help a lot more than in later games where they just kind of bunch up a lot. But in here, it seems to absolutely help out. So I'm very happy to do that and to see that played out. But hopefully, it'll be to my benefit. Okay, so my archers will continue to hit their archers way back there. That isn't a huge deal. I could certainly do that. And then for right now, let's see here. We're coming up in the middle. My clansmen of Lambden. I have that right. I hope that I have that right. No idea if I do or do not, but again, hopefully I do. Okay, so let's wait a little bit here and check out the battle. My Enfilos pikemen are doing a phenomenal job at keeping them at bay. I mean, these are Corsairs, and you can imagine a bunch of long pikes will have an easier time keeping a bunch of half-nude men with swords at bay. That really isn't too much of an issue, so we should be able to take them on, and there won't be any problem with that after that. So let's go ahead and look around real quick. We're going after these archers, as we said before. Fast forward a little bit just because you know how Medieval 2 battles go. They're much slower. I mean, I do understand why they later sped them up, but I would just fast forward if that was really the case. If I want to move faster, then I can move faster. I don't think you need to speed up the entire game in terms of gameplay. Look at that. We're already dropping scores of them. Yeah, I love having archers attack like that right behind them. It's fantastic. It just lets them take care of things. And that's really the biggest goal for me, is just take care of my enemies, to get rid of them, to make sure they're not bothering me at all. Okay, after that, let's see here. Yeah, go and target those archers. Those archers are getting some kills, and it does annoy me. I'm very sure I won't return with a lot of my men intact, but at least we were able to get a lot of them taken out, so that we have a pretty good chance at just maintaining peace in the west. If I'm able to maintain peace in the west, then I can focus on the east, and if I can focus on the east, I can take Minas Morgul. If I take Minas Morgul, oh man, my life will have just become so much better. And I think that's a really, really good idea. So, we're going to check things out after this battle and see how it all plays out, but so far, so good. Let's wait. Oh yeah, look at that group. They're coming by. That household guard. These guys are so strong. There's a lot more powerful units like that, I think, in Divide and Conquer than I previously remember. Because I played Divide and Conquer a long time ago. It was back when it had a lot less scripts or events. So back then it didn't crash for me pretty much at all. And so far we've only had one crash in this game. And that's okay. Or we haven't really had one, but we will have one at some point, and that'll be okay, because I'll quick save before any end turn, and hopefully nothing game breaking will pop up. I'll do my best. I'll play as long as I can, and hopefully there's no real issue like that, so I can just kind of keep on going until we complete our goal, which for me is to conquer. I'm not going to conquer the map. I don't think I want to conquer the map, but I will go after Mordor. I think as long as we get Mordor, I'll feel pretty good. I think that's always a good goal. I'm losing a lot of men. My clansmen are like, oh my god, what a battle. But I think we do have this battle under control. It's just really a matter if I'm unlucky and I lose my leader or not. If I don't lose my leader, oh, that would be nice. I'd very much like to avoid that situation, if at all possible. Okay, took out the enemy leader. He's gone. We were able to surround them. Yeah, I mean, he was like pretty much the last one here, but we can quit the battle now. I lost only 416 in that battle. The orcs hurled a great mass of their chief warriors down the last slope against the Dunedain, expecting to break up their shield wall, but it stood firm. Isildur's last battle. I need to actually read Unfinished Tales. I haven't done so. There's like a lot that I need to check out, and that's certainly one of the things that I do want to check out. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, we're just loading. That's a beautiful shot too, by the way. It's a beautiful art. It's really mythic, the quality of what he created. I think that's why it has aged so well and does so well for a lot of us. Okay, Ingbor the Fearless. Let's go ahead and move him over to the east for now. I kind of want to divide up my soldiers a bit just so that we can get some free upkeep while they wait, and I can actually get some more Blackroot Vel archers via recruitment like that. That's very handy. They're not cheap at all. Everything is rather expensive. Even guys who probably shouldn't be as expensive as they are, but I do get it for a balanced reason, so I don't really concern myself with that too much. And you can see that I spent some money. My agents, I'm trying to look for them real quick. Yeah, there's my diplomat. Clearly, I'm not going to talk to Goblin Town. And I'm going to move up and try to maybe find the... Oh, there they are, the Velsmen. The Velsmen are what I was looking for. And here's Merinon, who is by Edhelland, that Amrothian city, that capital of... Well, not capital, but a major city for Adult Imra. Major town. And let's see, I guess I'll bring you to the west. Yeah, let's go to the northwest and see who you can run into and potentially parlay with. And there's really not too much for me to do. I'm just kind of looking around, trying to get everything in order, trying to find out what I need and everything else too. Yeah. Let's see. There's another issue over there that I need to worry about. I need to bring my soldiers over to the front. Yeah, I'm trying to get more meeting halls. In the future, if I ever played again, I would definitely get anything that provides free upkeep. I can see how that's very important to have early on, just to kind of avoid any cost. And cheaper buildings. I mean, the mines, now that I have them, are there. They're there. And more generals that I pick up, I'm just going to send them out to towns. Every location needs a general, which I'm completely okay with as well. Alright, we've quick saved. Let's now end our turn now, so we can actually get to a new turn. And pretty soon, I bet they're going to attack me by MINAS MORGUL. I have a feeling they're either going to spawn in new armies, or they're just going to have massive armies that are coming to fight me. And that's going to be such a challenge for me. Because, I mean, at that point... Oh, there's a crash. Okay, well, there's one crash. But let's go ahead and get out of that. We're back. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that we just got right back in. So we did have our first crash, and that's okay, too. Let's go look at what we have. I'm back to a new turn. Governor's quarters. A bunch of new buildings. A bunch of new family members. I thought I'd need more family members, but hey, I got them. Alright, let's go look over here real quick. Everything is looking fine. Outside of that one crash, and we're now moving over to Osgiliath. Yeah, I'm glad that it was able to load back up, but it makes me wonder what it was. But who knows, man? It could have been anything. That's why I just always try to save. Like, I remember in the past, I had to use a console command to kill off an entire faction, because that one faction just kept triggering the same crash over and over. And so the choice was quit playing or destroy that faction. And so I had to do that in order to keep on going. I mean, it did work out, which is nice. I'm glad that command was able to fix it, because sometimes You just don't know what the problem is, and that can be so very annoying. It is not a delightful thing to have to deal with that. Anyway, I'm going to get rid of these horsemen. They're a lot of money, and I'm trying to save what I can. There's a fort over there, okay. But it was a little town. I'm glad there's watchtowers everywhere. I'm going to make a few more. There we go. They're very cheap. Good, good. I just like having line of sight. I'm glad they begin you with a bunch of watchtowers so that you don't have to do that. Because what I would do in like almost any Medieval 2 game, I would just go out there and build watchtowers all the time, all the time. The premise is interesting. There's like so much that you could do in Total War if you really wanted to focus on the campaign map instead of like going for fidelity of graphics. I mean, graphics are one thing, right? But there's a reason why we're still going back and playing this game from 2006. I mean, it's over 10 years old and we're still playing it. Dear God. I mean, that goes to show you how awesome the game is. Like the base game, like let's not kind of like view things with rose-tinted glasses. The base game, in terms of what you had out there in terms of variety and factions, fantastic. The actual gameplay, limited. If you played vanilla Medieval 2, it's not that great, but it provided a good base ground, a baseline for people to work from. Okay, so we're getting ready now to end our turn again. We're going to move on to turn 40. I feel like we've played longer than just like 40 turns because we've been doing this for so long, but it's only been that long. It's really only been that long, and thankfully, we seem like we're going to be able to hold off Mordor. That's, again, my big goal, and I hope that we can continue to do so. Alright, we got the Goblins of Moria, we've got the Orcs of Gundabad, the Remnants of Angmar, so there's a lot of evil up north. I would love for the Witch King to go back up north for a little while until he's, like, destroyed, and I was told that he comes back and everything else. An Armsman's Guild. I don't really have a lot of money, otherwise, sure. Goblins of Moria, do I just need to talk to him, or I guess I have to do something diplomatic, so I'm not going to do that. That's really weird. Interesting, they are bankrupt. Okay. War declared, Easterlings of Rune, developed Norwinian, some new farms too. Yeah, those new farms are fantastic. They can do a lot for you. End of turn report, we're looking at a lot of things over here. Let's go see. Okay. Osgiliath. I'm just trying to make sure where all of my buildings are at, what I'm building. I've been building non-stop. Like, that's been my biggest thing, is just trying to build non-stop. And it looks like we're just about ready to begin a new turn in a little while because there's not too much for me to do. I can see that there's going to be a lot of orcs that are going to be coming my way. Dol Amroth was pushed back, it looks like. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, so if I were to take Minas Morgul, what would you think would be the best plan of action after that? I mean, look at how large their lands are down there in the south. If I go down there to help them out, I could do that, sure, but how long would it take? I really don't know. I suppose I would want to take things by the coastline. I would need one army to do, well, maybe two, because there's no way one army is going to last on their own. I would need like maybe two of them. It would take a long time. I wouldn't be able to easily just take everything over, and I would still have to fend off Mordor. So I don't even know how that's going to play out. I wonder what events I have as Gondor too. I don't really know if there's like any genuine events that I have, so I have no idea. We're going to see, though. Yeah, there's a Gondorian fort. There's a lot of nice forts. I do miss being able to build them where I want, but I suppose they're great to have if you want to, like, lure some foes out, get some free upkeep, and everything else, too. So there's a few things with that. Alright. There's the White City. The White City's looking pretty good. There's Tarnost, who's surprisingly making a lot of money. Ethring is making me so much money. And I'm trying to build a bunch of small buildings too in order to get more income in. I mean, it may not be much income, but I'm trying to just get more and more in. That way we can have that extra money, that extra kick. And I think that's a good idea. So that's what we've been up to. And hopefully it all works out. Okay, there's Mordor again. Oh no. Yeah, they're bringing in so many more. Holy crap. Now this is going to be wild. Because, I mean, there's just so many of them on the way. Alright, back to me again. There's the Hornburg that's under attack. They've been having a pretty rough time. I don't know what's going to happen to them, but they're holding out, I guess. I mean, I hope they keep on holding out. They need to. They need to keep on trying until I can get up there one day. Yeah, having Dol Amroth as a faction is interesting. It does kind of, like, eat into my economic might, but I guess it does, like, provide a way for me to focus on other things, even though the Corsair invasion is kind of detract from that, so I can't fully embrace that. Yeah, if I played as Dol Amroth, I would go straight after the south, for sure. I would probably push really hard. I'd probably want to get their capital pretty soon, too. Especially if I could use my Swan Knights to just sweep over them and destroy them absolutely. Okay, so you've got a mining advisor. That was good. That's why I'm trying to get a general into every town because I can see that they actually develop nicely. In some of the later games, if you leave someone in a town for too long, they'll like get things that will be negative. They're lazy or this or that. Like, no, maybe they're a governor. Maybe they want to rule over that town and just guard it. That's okay too. Not everyone needs to be around like that. It's not a huge deal. Okay. There's just so much room to look at, and I do have a new kid, Otar. He's going to go be the governor of Kellenhad. I know he's a young man, but we're going to let him do that. There's a very small population there, only 316. That's it. Wait, 316, and yet we have 1,600 in Gomcom again. Dear God. The populations over in Gondor are so minimal. It's insane. Especially with how much I've been recruiting, you think I would just run out of people. Oh God, please don't let that be a real problem. I don't need that in my life right now. You can see how many kids we have, oh Lord. Though Faramir hasn't had one yet, surprisingly. Oh, his wife is very young and he's very young, so maybe that'll come in time. Yeah. Hopefully so. Alright. Let's see, we have a new turn again. We still haven't made it to any type of major battle, but I have a feeling those are coming very soon. We might even talk a little bit about the Nazgul, as I like to do so. It's just my thing. Yeah, you would have, after the Second Age, Sauron giving 9 rings of power to powerful mortal men. It is said that 3 of the 9 lords were lords of Numenor, corrupted by Sauron, and 1 was a king among the Easterlings. For many years, the bearers used the rings to gain great wealth, prestige, and power, becoming mighty in their day, kings, sorcerers, and warriors of old, as the quote goes. And as you can see here, it looks like we're going to watch out, because there's going to be a battle coming. They're getting kind of testy with me. The effect of the rings caused their lives to be prolonged and to see things of the unseen, but over time their bodily forms faded until they became wraiths entirely, slaves under the domination of Sauron's One Ring. And they would become known as the Nazgul, and they would first appear over in the Second Age, 2251, and were soon established as Sauron's principal servants. When Sauron was overthrown in Second Age 3441 at the hands of the last alliance of elves and men, the wraiths faded into the shadows for a time. But that would change later on in the Third Age. So I mean, there's just a really massive amount of time without a lot of development in these lands. It's crazy how they were able to survive so long with all the catastrophes that they dealt with. Okay, that's a good way to train him up without too much of a risk of him dying. I gotta keep my spies. Alright, there's Bordir. I think we're gonna try to get Bordir out to help me out. We won't have like a ton of soldiers, but I can get a few out. Yeah, there we go. My goal with him is to hopefully maybe just keep the lands clear around. I keep getting more and more men. I would like to get even more than that. Unfortunately, I can't go after Dushat, which is what I'm gonna call him. But yeah, it would be around 1050 of the Third Age that Sauron would return in the form of a shadow in Greenwood the Great, which is what Mirkwood was known as. And that would also trigger the return of his servants, like the Ringwraiths. And later, it was around Third Age 1300 when the Lord of the Nazgul gathered evil men and founded the Witch Kingdom of Angmar. And from there, he led Sauron's forces against the managed kingdom of Arnor in Third Age 1409. He was eventually defeated in battle in 1975 and returned to Mordor, gathering the other Nazgul in preparation for the return of Sauron to that realm. And over in Third Age 2000, they besieged Minas Ithil and captured it after a 2-year siege. The city thereafter became known as the stronghold of the Nazgul, from where they directed the rebuilding of Sauron's armies, also acquiring a palantir for the Dark Lord. Yeah, after his defeat over Dol Guldur, Sauron returned to Mordor in 2942. So 942 years after they conquered Minas Ithil. So nothing happened quickly. Oh, I know in media it seems like it, but nothing happened quickly. This was like over hundreds of years of peace, of war, of life, and they were able to just do that. So you would have a very stark decline. It's why, I guess, like when we get here, it's at such a faded state. Oh God, we have one more turn left. They probably want to fight now, which I completely understand. I would want to fight too. So there's Rohan. I don't know, are they trying to bribe or are they trying to treaty? I think they're trying to bribe me, which is rude. They certainly shouldn't be doing that at all. Hopefully some agent's going after them, but I don't really know. Anyway, so there would be a lot more that would happen too. You would have Sauron finally exposing himself over in 2951. 3 of the Nazgul were sent to his fortress at Dol Guldur to garrison that outpost, In 3rd Age 3017, Sauron commanded the Ringwraiths to recover the one ring of power from Baggins of the Shire, disguised as horse riders clad in black, and they sought out Bilbo Baggins, who, as Gollum had revealed in his torture, had the one ring. And yeah, we're gonna save here just in case we crash. Again, I don't want to lose this fight and not have it to help me out. I'm gonna lose so many soldiers, I'm just gonna let you know now. It's gonna be a really bad fight. They have orc maulers, a lot of them, and orc soldiers are actually not as bad as they used to be. I think they're actually pretty alright now. I mean, clearly the quality of men's a little bit higher, but I mean, I largely have militiamen. I don't even have a fully professional army right now. That's how awful it is. If I did, oh man, we'd be in a different situation. But as orc maulers, I mean, they're getting better and better units as we go on. The Rohirrim, the horsemen of the north, came and dwelt in the green land of Rohan, and the Rohirrim aided the lords of the city in their wars. That they did. That they did, my friends. Okay. Let's see real quick. Okay, so here's the battle. I don't really need to change up my formation too much. It could be a matter about where I move. I could just move back if I wanted to. We are fighting on the black fields of Mordor now. And dear God, it's a little bit dark. I'm gonna have to, I don't know. It's meant to be dark, but I hope that all of you can see clearly. Well, as clearly as I can, which is not very, so, I could up the brightness even more, but then it'll get kind of crazy. But anyway, we're just gonna get our units in order, trying to find a good way to fight, to take out our foes, and deal with all of them. And I think we largely got it. Yeah, I think we got it. I hope we do anyway. But that would be a shame. Yeah, I'll just keep them like that. I don't think I need to spread out their formation too much. I mean, I could, but I don't think I will. I'm just going to let that go on. Be its own thing for now. Oh, there they are. We've got so many enemies to fight. That's really the tough part, is when you're not really able to see super well, and there's just so many enemies to go after. It can be kind of a challenge, and it certainly is one for me right now. Because I have to watch out for Boromir, I have to watch out for my Swan Knights in that group. I mean, there are Swan Knights that I have to watch out for. They're going to be in trouble because they're probably going to charge in on their own. You know how much they love doing that. I'm not a fan of them doing that, but they love doing it. Okay, let's see here. We're going to try to move up just a little bit, try to help out Boromir. We need to help him out for sure. I mean, thankfully, some of the generals have some decent amounts of health, of HP, so that they can last longer. So that makes it a little bit easier for me. Otherwise, it would be very challenging. Okay. Here they come. Oh, the Lancers are hitting me. Damn. Oh, you got me. They're going to deal some nice damage. That's what I get for that. But I don't even have a lot of spearmen. It'll be hard to dictate where they're going. So let's go surround them real quick and take them out. They can get the hell out of here. We don't need to worry about them too much. Okay. Let's see here. We're going to keep on hitting those Lancers. Don't even worry about them. They get to go away. Alright. We can get everyone over here now to try to maintain a formation, some manner of organization before we get into the big fight. There is certainly a big fight to be held here, and it won't be the only one too. There's just going to be so much more for me to deal with as we keep on fighting through this scenario. It's going to be pretty wild, man. Alright. Let's see here. How are we going to deal with it? I mean, I'm being flanked at many different locations. We have more bodyguards coming to fight me. I think we'll be able to take them on though, so it won't be too bad. I think my militiamen, and if I flank them, we'll certainly be able to beat them. That'll make things a lot easier. At least, I mean, that's what I believe. Who knows? I could be wrong. Maybe they'll just like trash my whole group. No, the basic bodyguard shouldn't be that powerful in comparison to what I'm bringing to the table right now. There's a bunch of very brave soldiers. We don't get a lot of veterans though. Veterancy is kind of hard to pick up, especially when you're playing as infantry. Like, you kind of have to begin with that. Over in Shogun 2, you get veterancy so easily. And games afterwards, or even now, well, it takes a little bit more unless you have the proper buildings. And what I mean by gaining veterancy, I mean from battle. And there's Boromir. He's got a big cluster of units. Eventually, hopefully, they'll clear things up and actually come help me out. Because, I mean, if they don't help me out, this battle will be over. I could just, like, move back or something. But I think we'll hopefully get the help that we need. Okay, let's see. So we're taking out that group. Their army's still not here yet. They will be here. I'm trying to organize everyone. We've got a few enemies who charged in from behind. You can see where I've lost a lot of my militiamen. This won't be my only battle too. We're gonna have more fights. I just need to try to get my archers in position so that they too can help out. Okay, we can reorganize all of my Gondor militia now. We can move this group over here. I'm gonna probably have them hit on the left flank just to help me out. I mean, they're gonna be there for now, but eventually I'll probably have to shift them over to the left flank to help me defend. Or hopefully later we'll get some more help as well. We'll see. Okay.
Only half the enemy force remains.
I have a group over here that's all... Oh no, they're all alone and I've got a big army coming at me. Oh crap, this is going to be challenging. Yeah, oh man, they're probably going to be hit. I'll try to go help them out if I can, but it's going to be kind of difficult for sure. Oh, there goes the Swan Knights. I mean, they're very strong, thankfully. They're very durable. I just don't want them to fight in the middle of some cluster. They do worry me, and they've got to survive maybe 1 to 2 to 3 battles. If they do die, and they die bravely for us, but hopefully they're able to survive these fights so I can use them in the future. If I had remembered, I probably would have taken them out of the army of Boromir. But, I mean, I didn't really know who they would attack first. I guess I should have really looked at it because Faramir's a little bit closer to them, so that's probably where that comes from. And so I probably would have been able to predict that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to move them. They're taking a little bit of time. Guys, they're trying to kill that bodyguard for me too. Or not that bodyguard, but that general who's left. You can see where Boromir is coming now. Boromir's on the way. He's like, hey guys, wait for me. I can help out too. Alright, let's begin to attack these units who are charging in. There's already one who's come to hit me. But let's go get the rest of them too. We'll see. Alright, yeah, get your skirmish mode off. I don't want you to ever have that, man. You never need that. Always come help me out. You can see where all my allies are at. They're finally beginning to shift upwards. I don't think they're going as further up as they could be, though. Okay. Archers are attacking. I'm trying to make sure they assist my 3 units who are lost out here on their own. They're not going to be able to make it back in time. Here comes the Moranning Guard. Yeah, it's just a cluster everywhere. Oh, we got someone. Alright, cool. It wasn't my own general. Nagog is dead, so is Lunduff, so that's 2 out of 3. We have 1 more to take out. If we take out the last one, they'll probably begin to break. That's like the important part, is if we actually get rid of them. All of them. Not just one of them, but all of them. Yeah, this poor group over here, I don't think they're going to make it, but I'm going to make them fight. It's time, guys. It's time. Go help out each other. I think the group with the pikes, if I have my militia and pikes fight together, they're going to kill a lot of orcs. And I mean a lot. They'll have that proper assistance that they need. That's what I'm looking for.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Yeah, you can see I'm trying to organize my formation. It's getting a little bit better. There's still like a few locations where I'm being slapped at way too much, but it seems to be getting slightly better. And Archer Militia. We're going to reorganize them because I want to try to help out those 3 groups I have left on the Eastern Front. My left flank is getting hit, but they're all grouped up, so I think, yeah, they've got a pretty good chance. You can see where they're beginning to shift and push them away. It's only in Medieval 2 because of the balance and how they develop the engine and stuff that you can have fights like this. And I wonder if it's like the preferred avenue of fighting for a lot of people. I would really be curious to see what people think about, you know, the fighting in Medieval 2 as opposed to the later games. I think for single player, this is definitely much better. For multiplayer, that's probably not the best, but it's why I kind of wish they would go back to, or they would begin balancing for single player on its own and also multiplayer on its own. If they did that, sure, it'll be more work initially, but imagine if you didn't have to worry about tweaking things for multiplayer. Like, for example, in Warhammer 2, they eventually put it in to where if you summoned in any units at all, they would begin to degrade over time. That wasn't for single player, that was for multiplayer. So I usually get a mod to turn it off because I like to have my guys just stay on the field, but not only mine, but my foes too. So if I have some undead necromancer and they bring in a group of undead, they'll stay there until I destroy them. So
If we continue like this,
that
we will smash the enemy.
is kind of cool. Okay. Let's see now. There's a bodyguard. My swan eyes are still fighting. Yeah, I'm gonna lose some due to friendly fire, but I'm gonna kill a lot more just from hitting them hard. I've lost 30%, they've lost about half now. That's a really huge number. Hope that we can endure this and actually win the next battle too, because there's definitely gonna be another battle. Kind of hard to say that there won't be. There's always another battle, man. But if I get MINAS MORGUL, oh hell yeah.
They have lost half their men.
If I get MINAS MORGUL, I'll have one location to stop them all. I've been wanting to stop them all this entire time. Then I can just send one army there, hold them off at one location. Sure, some might come from the Black Gate, but fending them off wouldn't be that bad either. At least I don't believe it will be. I think it'll be just fine. Trying to deal with them from that location. I mean, it's only one location that they'll have to be able to move through. We're winning the fight though, right? No, it's actually hard to say right now. I think we are winning. It just depends if Boromir kind of gets his crap together and properly comes to help me out. If he does, then I think we'll have won the fight and everything will be a lot easier. Otherwise, no. We'll be in trouble. Alright, archers, you keep on doing your part. I know you can do it. I have faith in you, kind of. Semi-faith. 2% faith. Oh, did we finally get the last general? Oh, hell yeah. That really changes things up, though. No, it seriously does. You can see where we have an awesome cinematic shot. Press the scroll lock button or whatever to have that pop up, but we're chasing them down a little bit because the more that we kill now, the less we have to kill later. At least I'll be able to, well, if I take the next fort too. The next fort, if I took 2 forts and I had like 2 armies, even like one just kind of meant to be a little speed bump, even that would be fine. I don't know if I can really afford that much. I mean, I'll try to afford that much. I don't think I can. I'll certainly try to. That's kind of a tough one to afford that many units. I mean, I do own a lot, but that's a big part of Gondor's playstyle. You're not actively trying to conquer the entire map because you already have a lot of land. You just have to properly develop it, fend off your foes, and slowly gain more. In the past, I would have like one army going down south to go handle the southern people, but we're not doing that here because we have Dol Amroth. Chase as many as you can. Those Swan Knights just came in and swooped in and killed so many. So I lost 1,200. Boromir lost over 500. You can see that Faramir got 155 for kills. We got some decent kills here. Wish more were able to heal up, but no, they weren't able to heal up. Alright, let's load back out. Galadriel indeed had wished that Mithrandir should be the leader of the council, and Saruman begrudged him that, for his pride and desire of mastery was grown great, of the rings of power in the Third Age. Okay, we're back out. What will I do with all of you? Ransom, release, execute. Execute, of course. Time for battle number 2? Yep, time for battle number 2. Holy crap. We're gonna auto-resolve that one. I don't think that'll be too difficult. Let's go ahead and save again, just because I worry about crashes. And at the very least, I can edit things together if we do have a crash. That way, we can keep on going. Alright, so we're looking at Minas Morgul, battle number 3. Uvatha, the Accursed, is here, 3,400 soldiers. And they're attacking Faramir again, so we have to... Oh my god, Boromir is scarred. Which means he's got a lot of health. At the very least, he's going to be pretty darn bulky, I think. Oh yeah. Man, it's such a fight that we have to deal with, but let's fight this one too. Hopefully it won't be too bad to win. I hope it won't be. It probably will be pretty rough, but I think we can take care of it, hopefully. These are the terms. The rabble of Gondor and solid allies will withdraw. No, mouth of Sauron, we will not be doing that. That is not what we're going to be doing today. Alright, let's see here. I'm moving back a little bit because I don't want them to hit me right away. I'm going to have to condense what few soldiers I have left. I feel like we're at the last battle of the Black Gate over in Return of the King because we have so few men left. We have so very few left. Alright, here we go. Alright, so Boromir is much closer to them than they are to me. So here we go now. We're going to rush upwards. I'm sure I'm going to have to fight a portion of them. Hopefully we can divide them up. If we divide them up, we'll have a better chance. Boromir might end up dealing with Uvatha more than I have to. Here they come. Oh boy. You guys should have had your... Here, let's go look at our archers real quick. I can't remember if I can turn off their skirmishing by default, but I hope I can because I can't stand it. I just need them to hold ground. Alright, so we need to watch out for friendly fire, but we're going to attack what we can. I'm going to have them attack those who are further out. There we go. I think the hotkey is S. I should probably start using that. I always forget to. I always forget about that. I mean, the hotkeys do change a little bit as you go on, so that's a part of it too. Here they come. We're dropping them pretty fast. I feel like my archers are getting better. I mean, those are like some of the few that I do have that are able to get veterancy without losing everything. If I really wanted to keep it, I would have to go retrain, but retraining is tough. You don't really get a lot of soldiers. That's like problem number one, is that you don't really get a lot of soldiers that you're able to recruit. But so far, it's so good, I think. Definitely winning the fight. I don't know how the fight's going over for Boromir, but I think over here we're doing an okay job. I'm sending in more soldiers to help me out. We just need to kind of group up and maintain what we have here. There's Boromir. He's fighting a lot of them. My Swan Knights, oh god, they're inside of the middle of that formation. You can see where they've cut a giant hole there. That's really cool. Oh, look at that, Temple Marksman. Legion 1, Baradur. I beat the Witch King. Now I'm beating another Ring Wraith. They just never stop coming at me. Let's watch this quietly for a minute. Shall I win or shall I lose? Sometimes I like to intermittently just toss in some faster movement or, you know, gameplay speed. I just like doing that because I find that sometimes you need to boost through one part of the fight. Otherwise, you would be here for like 30 minutes just kind of doing stuff. That's really it. Alright, so we're moving. We're going to bring our archers over here because we want to take out their archers, but also flank their infantry. We flank their infantry. Oh boy. We'll mow right through them. I've got enough archers for that, but we're going to try to take out those who might come after my archers too. There's a few of them on the way, or could be on the way. They've got a small pocket left.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Okay. There's Boromir still doing his thing. You can see where they overwhelmingly have the advantage against all that infantry they have. Plus, I'm fighting a big pocket of it too, and now I have my archers focusing on them. I think I want a better formation though. Yeah, should I get like right behind them? A straight line going. Singular formation. Okay.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
So here we are now. My archers are right behind them. My poor Gondor militiamen, they're all having to fight, and let's see. We are mowing down a lot of the infantry. I'm trying to hit on this pocket over here where we have less militiamen. These are unique things that you can only really find in Medieval 2. You can't really get it in like the later games at all. It's a huge pain to even try to get those, that one at all. Temple marksmen are over there. We're still killing. Okay, they're breaking through, so now they're going to help me out, it looks like. Nice. Very nice. Orc archers are over there now. And what else are we looking at? Guess we'll go faster. Yeah, let's just go faster. So he's lost a lot. Hopefully a few of them will heal up, but it's never enough for them to heal up for us to get ahead. We're in guard. There's a few pockets left. Killed so many though, damn. We really have killed a lot. After this though, they shouldn't have anything left and we should be able to have MINAS MORGUL. I've been waiting for MINAS MORGUL forever. Alright, let's take them out. We're surrounding what's left. You always know the Nazgul will take forever too though. They have a lot of HP, so they'll take a long time to destroy. Oh yeah, look at that. My Swan Knights are still fighting. And he's certainly done for, so we have destroyed him. This battle's done with. We've won 2 battles. I have to rebuild quickly. I'll bring in whatever units I can pick up. I'll probably end a few turns just to kind of keep things going until we have a fight coming up or something. Because again, I like to keep all the action non-stop. I'm a huge fan of doing that, so that's probably what I'll end up doing. Come on, Nazgul. Got a mob of men just beating the hell out of you. Stab him, poke him. I don't care how strong he is. Hit him with 1,000 swords. Eventually, he'll probably fall, right? That's the dream, anyway.
Behold how our cowardly foe.
There we go. I lost 290.
Victory.
Okay, we didn't actually lose that many in that fight, considering our minimal numbers. We didn't lose too many. Got a decent amount of kills, too. Hell yeah. That was pretty darn sweet. And here I thought we were going to be able to do it. It's like, yeah, we're probably going to lose and die. Up with your beard, Durin son, he said, for thus is it spoken oft. Hope is born when all is forlorn. Legolas retold by Gimli, the last debate. Very nice. They were true friends.
Watch for the enemy.
Lovely friends. Okay. Well, I'm not going to ransom you. I'm just going to kill all of you. And we now have MINAS MORGUL. We did it, everyone. We freaking did it. I'm not going to exterminate. Well, there's a pretty big population here. Of who? Works, right? I just had a few people here. Not a big deal. Okay, everyone. I think we're pretty much good for this part. We've done so much. We've gotten so much done. And I want to thank all of you for watching. Do not forget to leave a like and comment down below if you would like to see more tomorrow. If you have any tips for me, let me know. The Nazgul have been defeated. Alright. MINAS MORGUL has been liberated. MINAS MORGUL has fallen, a mighty bastion of evil, a symbol to all of the world of the power of Sauron, and the Witch King is nothing more than a dead and lifeless ruin. The battle was fierce, and a sheer number of orcs wasn't enough, and they were undone. Now the forces of evil must hold fast at the Dark Tower of Cirith Ungol. Lorient's under attack. Yeah, there's all my information for what it is. But, yeah, so look forward to more tomorrow, and as always, until then.